Hey there, welcome back. The FBI's investigation of Hillary Clinton's private email server from her time as Secretary of State has now expanded to include data from a second tech company. Should Hillary be sweating? Well, look who we've got here to explain it all. It's Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Welcome back, Judge.
Good to be with you, Kennedy. I have to tell you that some of Hillary's closest aides, we understand, Fox News has learned, are advising her to hire a Republican criminal defense lawyer in Washington, D.C. Criminal defense lawyer because it is very clear that she is in criminal jeopardy. Republican because they want somebody who can at least talk to Congressman Gowdy and the people on the Benghazi committee, and Senator Johnson and the people on his committee, and Senator Grassley and the people on his committee. But here's where we stand now. We have reason to believe that the FBI has six servers.
I mean, that's phenomenal. 2 from her private collection and then 4 from her time as Secretary of State.
Yes, and we have reason to believe that the FBI has discovered either on those servers or from other sources, and I can suggest to you the other source was the emails surrendered by her friend and colleague Sid Blumenthal, governmental emails that she sent him or that she sent to others who were not in the emails that she surrendered to the State Department.
Now, what kind of jeopardy does that put her in? Because she certified before federal court that she had turned over all of her work-related emails. What does that mean for her?
If she had not kicked dust into the system and done all of this on her own, if she had behaved as her predecessors had, I think the court would have accepted there may be a mistake here. You may have omitted and innocently overlooked a few emails. But when the court began to doubt her, and the court is a judge in a Freedom of Information Act case, and she hasn't been charged with a crime yet formally. She hasn't been indicted. She's not a defendant in a case. She's not even a party to the Freedom of Information Act case. It's Judicial Watch versus the State Department. It's Citizens United versus the State Department. There are 2 FOIA cases looking for her emails. One of the federal judges appointed to the bench by her husband got so fed up with the State Department and so fed up with her, he ordered her to state in writing, quote, under penalty of perjury, that she has surrendered everything. Kennedy, when a judge says to somebody, you will certify this under penalty of perjury, that means the judge thinks the person is lying.
And so, if there are emails out there, if there are governmental emails that she did not turn over, has she committed perjury?
Yes. So she now is confronted with, among other crimes, conspiracy to violate the espionage laws of the United States, basically failing to, plotting and planning to expose the nation's secrets to the nation's enemies. The actual exposure of the nation's secrets to the nation's enemies, a second crime, and add to that, perjury. So if she has half a brain, and we know she's a smart woman, she should have a criminal defense lawyer, Republican, Democrat, or apolitical. She needs criminal defense lawyers to interact with the FBI and with the Justice Department.
Now, a second tech company is being investigated by the FBI, and they were backing up some of her emails in collusion with the Colorado company. If these people had access to those emails and they didn't have security clearance, is that more trouble for her or someone else?
It's trouble for her, and it's trouble for them because they claim they did not know it was her server they were backing up. They did not know that there was classified material on the server that they were protecting. And in fairness to them, they called the FBI when they learned that the server that they had was backing up hers. So I don't think the government will come after them other than to use them as a source. That's the 6th server. One from her barn, which made its way to Platte River, this one, and then the 4 from the State Department.
All right, and one of the emails that Ron Johnson has released, and this is from one of the tech companies, Platte River Networks, I just think if we have in writing that they told us to cut the backups and that we can go public with our statement saying that we have the backup since day 1, then we were told to trim to 30 days, it would make us look a whole lot better.
There's no question but that there is evidence here of an agreement to deprive the government of that to which the government was entitled. I'm using my words carefully because that type of an agreement is called a conspiracy. There's no question about it. There's also no question about whether many of these, the government, the State Department says there's 400. I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen some of them, are clearly classified. Satellite pictures of North Korea, satellite intercepts of foreign agents in the Middle East, late Ambassador Stevens' itinerary traveling around
Yeah, and if one of
Libya,
these
where
tech
he was
companies,
assassinated.
if one of these tech companies were compromised, then that information could have been compromised, and that could have put Ambassador Stevens and others in jeopardy.
Latest news as of today is she was probably hacked by the Mossad.
Oh,
Or
good
friendly
Lord.
to us, but hacked her nevertheless.
Oh, mercy.
How easy?
And who do we know that may have been a foe, that someone not friendly to us or to her
How
time
easy
at
did she
State
make it
Department?
for the nation's secrets to be hacked
Yeah.
by storing them on her personal server rather than a government secured site?
She's a dingbat who shouldn't be president. Judge, thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
Laying it all out there. Fantastic. All right, coming up, the school district paid $30,000 for recess consultants to stop people from saying, "You're out," and start saying, "Nice try" during baseball. Greg Gutfeld will share his opinion about that for free. And later, Nirvana's Chris Novoselic is here to talk about how his band blew the lid off of music and his take on the 2016 election.